Hi everyone, it's Miss Megan Wilson once again, and today we're going to be talking about conclusion paragraphs. We just finished our introduction paragraph, so now with every beginning comes an ending, and this is our ending. We have 6 steps that are going to help us write this conclusion paragraphs. Remember, as you go through this last paragraph, that there are no opinions. But our 1 through 6 steps are going to be topic sentence. So we need to write a 1 sentence summary of the central idea of the essay. The 3 questions that we had in our research, they were on our PowerPoints. We're now going to take them, turn them into statements. Then we're going to talk about how all those statements are connected to one another. And lastly, we're going to tell the audience why the information that they just read is important to them. So let's go over into my essay. And if you remember, I did mine on Kim Jong un faking his death. So we're going to scroll to the bottom of the essay and we're going to get ready to type. So going back over to our conclusion paragraph page, make sure that you have this open as well so that you can refer back to it as you begin your typing. So, topic sentence. I need to write a 1 summary sentence about my topic. So, I'm going to say Kim Jong Un faking his death was a way to show the world his importance and a way to discover those who seek to undermine his authority. Okay, so that's my 1 sentence summary of my central idea. And now I'm going to go back through my essay because I kept my paragraph title heads as questions. So now I get to go back through and see where they're bold. So we have what was the evidence at the last evidence that led people to believe that he died? How did the rumor about the leader start? And has a national leader ever faked their death before? So I'm just going to copy these down so I can see them as I start typing. And this is just what helps me. I mean, whatever helps you, feel free to do. But I just want to be able to see what questions I have that I will be turning into statements. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this first question into my statement. So, has a national leader ever faked their death before? So I'm going to say, no national leader has ever faked their death before in order to show power or to weed out his or her cabinet. And so with cabinet, what it is, it doesn't mean like a cabinet that you put groceries in. Cabinet is just another word for like inner circle of political leaders. So there's my first one that I've now taken into a statement. So I'm going to delete this because we're done with it. And so now we have, how did the rumor start about the leader? So, oops. Kim Jong Un missing key meetings and allowing Chinese social media as well as South Korean media. Sorry, this is driving me crazy. Okay, as well as South Korean media to run away with headlines Jong-un created the perfect cover for himself. Okay. So how did the rumor start about the leader? He missed important meetings and he just let the media eat it up. So what was the evidence that led people to believe that he died? Now this question and the last question are pretty similar to one another, but in this paper, I've written that it was over a few months that he just kind of hunkered down and didn't really show himself. So I'm going to say evidence that led people to believe that he had passed was the lack of, oops, that says lead. Evidence that leads, no. Should be led people to believe. Was a lack of visual, no. How do I want to say that? Evidence that led people to believe that he had passed was a lack of visual representation and the missing national holidays that celebrate his family. Most importantly, his grandfather, who Jong-un looked up to. Okay. So going back to this, so we have our statement. Now we need to tell how they are all connected. So going back into this, we can now delete this. Don't need it anymore. So now we need to talk about how they're connected. So I'm going to say these reasons show that with a country as secretive and secluded as North Korea, any news media that gets a small tip will then create headlines about that tip. Making reliable or unreliable information based around the leader, which is really what he wanted. He wanted to miss these events so that people would notice that he was gone. And then because he missed those events and people did notice that he was gone, news media started asking, oh, well, we heard this and we heard this. So what does it mean? Okay, so our last one. So what? Tell the audience why the information you just told them is important. So now I'm just going to do this simply. I'm going to say this is important because countries who remain inclusive allow for misinformation to spread. This is dangerous because with misinformation, surrounding dangerous countries, dangerous plans are made. Okay, so now you are going to go into your copy of the conclusion paragraph, follow along with the prompts that are listed. Remember, don't change the font or the formatting in the box below. It's an MLA, which is what your paper needs to be in, so don't mess with that. But here it just has all of the things that you need to go through that we just went through. So, happy writing!